pretty nice and warm out today. This weather has really been a welcome change here in Indiana compared to what we had been having. I have Pancake out. She's ready to be milked. That's what we're gonna do. You ready, Pancake? Pancake. She's not super full. And all the bottle babies jumped back into the main pen. So now I get to fish them out. Good morning, Compy. Good morning, Peter. Girl, Pancake. Hi, Rachel. Hi, Sanjay. Hi, Dark Wolf. Nutmeg, where are you? Nutmeg, come on. So Nutmeg's usually waiting at the door. I'm not sure where she's at. Nutmeg. She does not feel like being on the milking string this morning. Ow, your feet. Hi, Archie. Hi, Frederick. Hi, Yog Tea. Got 4 goats. They're all miniatures. They like laying on your bed. You're from New Zealand. Northsider. Awesome. Looks like your ex-girlfriend. India in evening. Okay, it's morning here. It's 8:30. I'm in Indiana here in the United States. Hi, Austin. Yep, good day today. Weather's nice. Makes it nice and enjoyable to be outside. This is cause I'm easy on the eyes. She is the littlest of our bottle babies. It's 12:33 a.m. Wednesday morning. Oh, you're living in the future. Still Tuesday morning. Hi, John. Hi, Zona. Do I have any illness? No, they've all been doing pretty well. Just normal, goat things. Already subscribed. Thank you for subscribing. Hi, Tristan. You're from Kentucky, our neighbor to the south. Okay, you are no longer hungry. Milk on your nose. Look how sweet she is. She gets held a lot. Are you full? Your belly feels full. Not big. I don't know why no egg's not coming. Through the door. Meg. Why are you doing this? Acting like she doesn't know what to do. Okay, there we go. Good girl. She really likes to be pulp. Hey brother, you're going to have to get down. Okay, buddy, get down. You make nobody drop you when you're up here. As soon as someone else eats in the pan with her, she starts to kick. Sorry, brother. You are making her kick. I cannot stand it. Hey, Nutmeg, it's just you. Don't worry about anybody else. She doesn't like anyone else using the same feed pan. I really don't like the position of her teats. They are kind of slanted forward, which is a slight fault. And it does make milking a little bit more difficult. This baby's eating my hair. Nutmeg. I do try to empty them out completely. Cappuccino. Hi, Beglon. Hi, Christian. Hi, Animals Hub. Good luck. Thank you. She is not really the best milker, but she does what she can. This is going right back to my bottle babies. Milk is very foamy. Nigerian dwarf milk is really high in butterfat. Seems that the kids do grow really well on it. Especially these bottle babies that are getting pancakes and Nutmeg's milk. They're growing. The brothers are near 15 pounds. You're from Italy. Oh, I love Italy. Like a Como? Hey, brothers, where are you? Oh, the one brother was in here. Hey, buddy. Good girl, Nutmeg. Hey, buddy, it's your turn to drink the bottle. Do you want to jump up here or do me hold you? Oh, you're getting heavy. He gets mad, I think, when the milk doesn't come out fast enough. Quit complaining. You're getting it. at the milk foam on your lips. You look like a calf. Good morning, Gracie. How are you doing? I had a bunch of eggs hatch. I now have, I don't even know how many. It's hard to count them because they're all still in the incubator. They started hatching yesterday, and I think there's close to 12, which is like a really good hatch rate for me. I think my rooster wasn't producing a lot of fertile eggs, but I got 18 eggs from Ashley, and there's like 12 chicks hatched so far. So I don't know, maybe I'll get a few more hatching out today too. I know, his coloring is so crazy. I am in Indiana here in the United States. Cheerio just jumped out. The black and white kids, I really love them too. Oh, okay, you must have gotten yours a while ago. I tried to hatch out some of mine, but none of them like had any chick in them. I don't know if my rooster is like getting too old. So I figured it's probably best anyway to get some new lines in. That way they're not related. This milk is like extremely foamy. So the other brother still has not eaten. I'm not too far from Kentucky. Hi, Walter Scott. Good morning. 2 or 3 weeks ago. They're growing like weeds. Seems like they do that, don't they? So right now we're kind of unfortunately flooded by baby animals. And I say that because the day that the rabbits got out, we had some resulting baby rabbits from that. So now we have more baby rabbits. And I was not really hoping to be a rabbit raiser. We're getting ready for our first show of the season this Sunday. I will be trimming up some hooves, trimming up some hair. I've already trimmed everybody's hooves. Do I know how to make cheese? I do, but I don't have any extra milk. I have 3 bottle kids and they're eating every bit of milk that I have. And really the reason for that is that I've had so many doe kids born this year. And so all of the doelings are still here. So they're getting their own milk. And then it doesn't really leave any left over by the time I feed the bottle babies. We have 20 chicks total between what you hatched and what Ashley hatched, plus 4 adult hens and 1 rooster. Oh, you got some Cornish cross. You've got a lot of chicken projects going on. Bye, Tristan. Thanks for watching. Bye. Hi, Amir Khan. Hi, Dury. Well, once all the kids get weaned, we'll have more milk to do things with. I am heating up some of the other milk for the other brother. You already ate, little miss. oldest is going to start showing the chickens in the Union County Fair. Oh, how cool. It's a great experience for him. Hi, Guillermo. I'm not sure how to say your name. Good morning. You're from the city, but always wanted to live a farm life. We lived in Jacksonville for a while when my husband was stationed at NAS Jax, and that was quite a bit different. There's nothing like having apartment neighbors. I think the other milk's pretty warm. I think your brother's ready to eat. Really windy today. This is the last bottle baby that has not eaten. Buddy, are you ready for your bottle? These guys will actually be 5 weeks old on Thursday. Getting really big. Come on. It's bottle time. Oh my gosh. Love your milk. This one is a very voracious eater. I usually feed him last because he tries to drink everything. They're still getting 3 bottles a day. I'm thinking about cutting out the midday one, giving a little bit more in the morning and night because they are almost 5 weeks. But I'm worried the little doe is not eating enough like grain or grass or hay, so I'll probably at least keep giving her the midday bottle, even if I don't give the brothers one. He's getting full. Are you full? You look full. Look at your little pink tongue. You look like you're gorged. And you are still hungry. This is actually the biggest one. This little tail. They really have. They've been out every day, all throughout the day actually, grazing, which I'm very happy about. It's not been wet. It's not been muddy. The grass has been dry, so it's been really great, and I've been able to cut back on the hay that I give them. Gets them out of the barn, which they really need to be out for a while. So yes, it's been very nice weather, especially for April here in Indiana. Nutmeg, why are you standing like that? She's standing with her shoulder or her elbow completely sticking out. Goofy girl. So at this point, I guess I missed the date on Pumpkin. She did not have her kids this month. But we only have one due date on time, and that is May 2nd. But it's her first time having kids, so she might go over. I wouldn't expect more than a couple days, but after this year, I don't even know. After she is done, we have Lulu, and Lulu is due on the 8th. She is one of my most anticipated kittings for this whole year, really. And I borrowed the buck from Ashley. It's a really nice buck, so it's a really exciting breeding. Last year she went on her due date and had her kids really quickly, really easily on her own. Was just perfect. So I'm really hoping that we get a repeat of that. Hi, Licorice. And for the show this weekend, we're not taking a lot of goats. We're taking 8 goats. The ones going to the show are Licorice right here, Bernicia, Revy, there's Bernicia right there, the big white one. Revy, she has the yellow collar over here. And who else is going? Oh, Minnie. And I have never shown Minnie as a milker. It'll be her first show as a milking doe because her first year that she kidded, she had a single doe, which was Licorice. And I was milking out the side, but it was enough for her to blow one teat. So it looked a little lopsided, and I never showed her because of that. But I did see her with a fill, and it actually did not look bad at all. So I'm going to go ahead and take her. I really like a lot about her. For the juniors, we're not taking any babies born this year. It's still kind of cold. I don't want to stress them out or take a risk of them getting sick. It's about an hour and a half away, and they probably will be staying overnight because I'm judging showmanship and weathers on Saturday night, and then they show on Sunday. So for juniors, we're taking Libby, which is one of the quadruplets. We're also taking Grace, which is Lulu's daughter from last year. We're taking Crumble. Crumble is Grace's half-sister. They have the same dad. She was the reserve champion in the youth ring at the Indiana State Fair last year. And then we're also taking Moon. So Moon is one of the black does. It's Minnie's daughter from last year. And with Minnie's daughters, Licorice, I feel like her thrills are a little bit low, but Midnight and Moon, I don't see that in them. The little bottle baby, Easy, has jumped back in this pen. She's in here being a rat. Wiping out all of these pans with disinfecting wipes every morning, since we've had a little bit of trouble with older does with coccidia, which is something that's not common. Usually only kids deal with it, so I think it's all of them stepping in these pans. we have been polished the floors at the new house, and it's like hardened on my hands where I wasn't really touching the floor a lot, but like picking little pieces of crumbs or wood that fell onto the floor. So now I've got like this poly all over my hands. It's really, feels like super glue. Hey, ma'am, you need to get out of the pants. That's the whole problem. That's why I'm having to wipe them. So in the new barn, we are planning a different setup for feeding, and I'm really excited to find something else that works better. Because them having access to put their little dirty feet in the pans is driving me crazy. Hey, nobody step in the pan while I'm gone. I'll be right back. Okie dokie, guys. Switch our last frost day to 426. It's already over. I really hope so. I had bought some ferns, I don't know, like a couple weeks ago, and unfortunately forgot to bring them inside during one of the cold nights, and they all turned brown and died. So that was disappointing. I'm like ready for winter to be done. Stop freezing. So as far as hay goes, I feel like we did a good job planning out our use of hay through the winter. So we still have quite a bit of grass hay left. Got a whole pile. Chad keeps raking up a pile of loose hay, and the bale's falling apart. This is grass hay. Mr. Snowman. Okay. This is all pretty much grass hay here. There's a couple bales of alfalfa left, but not a lot. Next year, I told Willow maybe we should just buy more alfalfa and try to forego grain over the winter. So I kind of have an issue with them getting too heavy. Hi Virgie, hi Julie, hi M Wild One. Good morning everyone. Lulu looks like she's carrying a load of babies. I don't really know how many she's gonna have. We ultrasounded time and she had 3. So we'll see how many she actually has. Hopefully within the next week she has her kids. So Cecily's pregnant, the brown doe. There's Time. The black doe on the end is Lucky Charm. She's also pregnant. And then Lulu. There's also a couple more. Total Eclipse, and she's not in the barn right now. She's a first-time freshener, so I'm excited to see how she does. Miss Happy is also pregnant. And Pumpkin. And there's my woolly sheep goat who has never gotten pregnant or had kids. The 2 milkers are out here having a big fight. Have lived together since, I don't know. When did I buy you, Pancake? 2022? It's funny how they stay together all the time and they still just break into these big random fights. Oh, still fighting. Cheerio's trying to break it up. Or she just gave up. I think I'm gonna have Chad move these big rocks that he placed in the middle of the barn into the goat pen because they do like walking on them. He said he was going to break them up, but it's been a few weeks and they're annoying to walk around. Cheerio. You see Cheerio knock the bottle baby down. So there's Vanilla Bean. She's almost a year old. She'll be a year old in May. And I honestly really love her rear legs. Her rear legs, they're very angulated. So she's kind of a different mix and match of lines than a lot of my goats. Because a lot of my goats come from Nutmeg's line. Because she had so many more daughters than Tiny did. So when Tiny finally had her first daughter in 2023, I, of course, kept her daughter, which is Happy, and then she had Vanilla Bean last year. Then this year, Tiny actually had twin does, so I was completely shocked and amazed when I noticed it was 2 girls. Would really like to scoop out this whole barn again. I don't think it's been that long since we've done it, but with the warmer weather, would be nice. So the new barn is pretty much complete. They're going to be doing trim on the door. There's a few spots where the ground is higher than the bottom of the barn, so boards need to be added like it was here to bring the barn all the way to the ground. Otherwise my goats will be oozing out those holes like liquid, especially these tiny little babies. They're so hard to keep in. We are planning a completely new setup. After having used this barn for a while, it kind of gave us an idea of what we would like to change. So that was actually nice, being able to kind of experience what we would, one barn layout, and then be able to move all of that to a new barn. But I'm not looking forward to the work again, since it did take a while to get the loft up and everything here. This is Hazel out there at the pink collar, and she's looking really good this year. When she first had her quads, she looked very thin for a while, and I think she was just milking herself like a crazy woman trying to keep all those babies fed. So we did sell the 2 bucklings. I was giving them bottles too, but she didn't look good. Now she's putting her weight back on and she looks really good. I would always prefer a goat who is overfed and a little heavy than one that is too thin. Cannot stand for them to be too thin. Hazel looks like your ex-girlfriend. Hazel's got a long beard. The babies are still going in the shed. So that shed was here when we bought the house. I don't know really what he did with it, but there was like a lot of empty fireworks, like the tubes and that. So I guess he was storing his fireworks in there. So we left it standing. It's not in really great shape. And I have been putting the babies food in there, and they go in there, they get a break from the big goats, and they get to eat as much as they want. So that's actually worked out pretty nicely for them. Okay guys, I'm a pushover. I'm gonna give you some alfalfa. Turkey is like locked in the chain link over there. So I threw those boards down when it was really muddy because they don't like to walk in the mud. Of course, now it's all dried up. It's pretty nice out. Snickers was in the kid barn. There's Grace. That's one of my favorite junior does. She really is pretty. She's grown really, really well. And that was a pretty heavy line breeding. I have never seen Lulu this big. Last year she had twins, but she was not nearly this big. She looks huge. She looks like Easy did. Not quite that big, but she kind of is a bit smaller frame-wise. You know, as does age, they just tend to get wider. And she's only 2. Lulu, how many do you have in there? So Chia is Frosty's dam, and she kind of looked a little rough over the winter too. And I don't really know what it was, but I ended up dosing her with copper. You see that strip of red on the back of her leg? She's normally a completely black goat. So when you notice them turning rusty like that, that usually means that they need copper. I mean, some of it is fading as the hair grows out. But right now she looks really good. You see how shiny and slick her hair is. She's not had a haircut. She just shed all of her winter hair and she looks really good again. Really love the body style on her. That's why I've kept her this long. Nutmeg's daughters tend to have really good general appearance. And it's because of the back and rump. Nutmeg actually appraised excellent in back and rump, and she has given that to all of her daughters. She does have some faults with her front end, but paired with the right buck, I don't think any of her daughters actually carry that. They all have really tight and smooth front ends, especially when you're watching them walk towards you. So Time is Hazel's doe from last year, and she's one of the only ones. There's only 2 kids from last year that we bred. She's one of them, and Eclipse is one of them. And I don't really like how she dips in the chine, so we didn't repeat that breeding. It was Hazel and Goose. This year we bred Hazel to Cuddles. I've tried not to repeat any breedings until I see how the does actually turn out when they come into milk. In the past, when I only had one buck, I didn't really have a choice. At this point, I feel like I have pretty many options of bucks. I've also kept a few bucks in my own herd name. So I'm not sure if I will keep them all forever, but I might keep them for at least a season or two. Revy's buck from last year, kind of leaning towards keeping him. It's very stylish. How are the cats? I don't know where the cats are, but last night, Patches, I don't know if you've seen Patches. She's kind of gray. She looks like a tortoise shell. She was in the barn, and it was because one of the little rats made a tunnel in the concrete, like where the concrete had shifted, because it's probably 100 years old. I don't know. It was in the old barn. And so she was in there prowling around looking for it. So we are still taking out that whole community of rats. Chad has shot 2 of them. Oh my gosh, I actually see one now. So they keep coming out under the shed. And one drowned in the water. And then the cat, the orange cat, actually killed 2. So they're really driving me crazy. I wish I could put out poison, but I'm scared to use poison because of the cats and other wildlife that might eat them. I might stick the live trap out there. I wonder if they would go in it. They seem like they're really smart. Like, we put out other traps and they did not go in them. They're very cautious too. I think they see the cats. It's actually really windy here today. I wonder if it's gonna rain. Kind of feels a little bit like it's going to rain. The babies do kind of like the cooler temperatures. They're all out being frisky. And we're getting a ton of these weird orange beetles. And at night, they like constantly fly into your head and drive you crazy. Everybody looks good. I am following up on a few treatments that I'm giving to Blackberry and Beauty. I ended up taking out the molasses tub. I noticed that they kept stepping in it and then licking it. So I think that was causing issues. So I took that out. Like in the cold weather, it didn't seem as bad. In the hot weather, when the molasses is kind of sticky, it seems like it probably creates more problems. Lemon and her brother went through the shed into the kid-only bin. Now they're in there with the turkey. I hope they don't create an enemy with the turkey because the turkey really holds grudges. I've seen it chase the same goat over days. It's really windy. It's getting kind of gusty, actually. High is 76. Yay! I much prefer hot weather over cold weather. Now the other bottle baby went into the kid-only pen. They're all going in there. Glad they're finally using it. There for a while they seemed really scared of it. I don't know if it was because it was dark or what. Now they're kind of going in and out. Hi, Licorice. So all of them that have shed their winter hair after they kidded, they like shed their winter hair and then grew in a really nice short shiny coat. So they look really good. Except Bernicia, she did not really, she did not shed much hair at all. Her hair is still like very long. She's not related to anyone else in the herd, and you can see her hair is much different than anyone else. It's like long and draped. She's like a talking bird. Everyone else kind of has short, fine hair. Except Cookie. Cookie's is long and fluffy. I wonder if Bernicia's kids will also have the very long, drapey hair. Sparkles already has very long hair. I think the breeze probably feels good. They're all standing outside. Who is snorting? A Meg? Something's acting really weird today, and I wonder if she's in heat. Now she's over on this side of the barn snorting after she was just fighting with Pancake. Normally Pancake doesn't really fight with anyone. She's very mild-mannered, so I don't even know what Nameg has to fight with her about. So I bought a few more swimming pools to fill up with straw. They really like laying in them. What's going on with you today? Why are you being so odd? She really likes being scratched. The tail curl. Good girl, Nutmeg. Pancake, are you ravaging this hay? I actually threw it down to put in the feeder, not for you to stand on. Cannot stand hay on the ground. There you go, ma'am. Why do you keep jumping out? Can you stop? Will you ever stop? I don't think you will. You gonna bite me? Hey, Tiny. Tiny usually gets out for extra feed. She didn't come out this morning. Hey, Cheerio. Gummy smile. Are you trying to hold hands? Let's see. This is Cheerio. She's a year old now. And she keeps jumping out of this pen. She jumps through this area here. She's the only one that does it. This is Minnie. This is Bernicia. There's little baby Sourdough. There's Tiny. There is Gouda. Here is Chia. Chia, I really hope you did not dry up. She doesn't look like she has much milk, but I believe she's still feeding Frosty. And she should be. Okay. Everybody looks good, but my bucks are screaming for their breakfast, so I guess I'm gonna jump off and go feed them. Thanks for joining me on this Tuesday. Hope you guys have a great week. If I don't catch you again. But I will be here every morning, so stop in and say hi if you're on again. Bye everyone. I have 66 goats right now, Archie. It's too many. Bye.